Thanks, guys. Well, I'm a fan of this next person. Jacksonville has a long history when it comes to auto racing, so you might not need to recognize the name Hurley Haywood from that, but you should know him for some of his off-the-track legacy.
I always, from a very early age, loved automobiles. And I was raised in Chicago, Illinois, and we had 6 farms outside west of the city. So the main farm was where my grandmother lived, had a lot of acreage on it, and it gave me the opportunity to drive lots of cars. I started driving a full-size car when I was 12 years old.
Hurley Haywood is an icon when it comes to auto racing. Originally from Chicago, he went to college in the Northeast. Jacksonville's weather played a role in his decision to relocate here and attend Jacksonville University.
That's where I met Peter Gregg, who owned Brumos. And I beat him at a local autocross, which was at a Winn-Dixie parking lot. And he came over and said, you've got to be pretty good to beat me. And we became friends, and the rest is history.
They won a 6-hour endurance race at Watkins Glen before Hurley was drafted for Vietnam. Upon his return, he and Peter picked up right where they left off. While the Brumos team was here, there were other reasons Hurley made the River City his home.
It's kind of intrigued me of being in a city which I could watch grow up over the years. And now, Jacksonville is a city that, we have a major football team here. We have lots of people are investing lots of money in the structures in Jacksonville, so it's a fun place to be.
Though Hurley showed potential, his father offered 2 years of support to succeed, or Hurley would have to pursue a more stable career option.
Never in a million years did he think I was going to be successful after my 2nd year, but I was, and on my 3rd year I won 2 double championships in '71 and '72, and then in '73 we won the 24 Hours of Daytona in a car very similar to this one, and then followed it up with a win at Sebring. I was 3rd in the championship between Mark won, George Fulmer was 2nd, and I was 3rd, so it worked out.
But he feels even better for the legacy he's left beyond the track.
We introduced a lot of different concepts and diversities that makes racing more popular with a greater field of people that are going to watch it. That's good, and in the documentary, if I don't know if you've seen it or not, but and there's a book also, but one of the things I came out with was that came out as I was gay, and that was something that everybody sort of knew that in the racing industry, but nobody really talked about it until this gentleman came up to my office and did an interview, and he sort of broke down in the middle of the interview, and he says, I need your help. I said, I wake up every day and think about committing suicide because this is such a burden on my shoulders. I don't really know what to do with it. And I said, slow down, just let's look at this in a different scope. You're a good person. Remember that people remember who you are, not what you are. And that sort of rang a bell in his mind. And several years later, I got a phone call, which turned out to be his mother. And his mother said, you saved my son's life. So, I started thinking about that, and I said, if I can save one person's life, maybe I can save 10, maybe I can save 100. So that's basically why I sort of publicly came out, and it's made me feel good, and yes, I'm successful on the racing field, but I'm also, opening up the doors for a lot of people to come and get support from me. So
I'm Rance Adams for River City Live. There's a few more nuggets I had to leave off for time, but you can check into our social media channels to see more of that interview. In the meantime, let's check in with Mark.
Our friend